Hi Maria, this video is going to work on percents for you. So we'll start here. Okay. So math class, where we're talking about percents, you see questions that look like this. Like 3 is 50% of what number? Or questions that say, like this one over here, which says, what percent of 156 is 78? I'm going to show you how to do each type of these problems. The most important thing is to have something that I like to call a key. And a key, if you know what the key is, all you have to do is plug in numbers to where you have them. Let me show you what I mean. This, I'll put it right here. This is my key. This fraction equals this fraction, right? Under this fraction, I always have 100%. 100. The percent of whatever the question is goes up here. Okay. The number that's with the word is goes here. And then the number that goes with the word of is down here. So let me show you how this works. So this is a key. And this key will help you figure out where to put every number in order to solve the problem. Taking a look at the first one, right? We see it says 3 is 50% of what number? Now look, 3 is. So that means 3 is going to go here in this part. 50%, see that? Guess where that goes? Right over here with the percents. Of what? What means x? That's the number that you're trying to find out. So I'm going to put an x right here. So if I rewrite it, my fractions now look like this. And I'll put it over here on this side. I have 3 over x equals 50% over 100. Now, all you have to do is solve for x in this case, right? And to do that, you always cross multiply and divide. That's the easiest way that I know how to do it. And what I mean by cross multiply is that you have to look diagonally and multiply numbers. Notice I can't multiply two numbers going this way, the 50 and x. So don't multiply going that way. That's not the cross multiply you want. It's this way. However you can multiply two numbers, not a number and a letter, however you can multiply two numbers together is the way that you want to multiply. So first you have 3 times 100, cross multiply. So 3 times 100, you know, is 300, right? And then what you do after that is divide it by the last number. I'll show you my calculator, right? So you have 300, okay? And then, so that was the cross multiply, and then divide it by the only other number that's left, 50. So 300 divided by 50. My answer is 6. So x, in this case, is 6. So I can now officially say 3 is 50% of what number? 6. Okay? Let's try another one. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to go down to number 2 over here. Okay, I'm going to keep my key up there. And this time it says 5 is 20% of what? See, 5 is. Remember, the number that's next to the word is, right, is going to be where you put that number. So I have 5 is, so that means 5 is going to go up here with the is. 20%, remember the percents always go on top of 100. So I'll put a 20 over here, right? Of what? And remember, x means what? So my x is down here. So again, you just cross multiply and divide, okay? I'll rewrite it down here. So you have 5 over x equals 20 over 100. I can't cross multiply with a number and a letter, so I'll go the other way. 5 times 100, right? So you got 5 times 100, which you know is 500. Divide by the only number that you have left, which is 20. Answer will be 25. So in this case, x is 25. So 5 is 20% of what number? 25. Okay, let's try some more. Let me go over to number 6. Because you also have to be aware that the x will move around sometimes too. Watch this. And keep my key over here. And we'll plug in these numbers where they belong, okay? So this time it says what percent. Remember, x means what? So what percent means it didn't give you a percent. So this time your x is over here. Notice there's no percent number in this problem? But you do have your other ones. Of 156. Remember, the number next to of will go on the bottom. So I have 156 for of. And is 78. See that? So this is going to go up here, 78. So if I rewrite my problem, I have 78 over 156 equals x over 100. X over 100. You still do the same thing, cross multiply and divide. I can't cross multiply this way because I have x in the way. So the only way I can cross multiply is going this way. Because the only way I'm going to get two numbers by going diagonally cross multiply. So that's 78 times 100. You put that in, 78 times 100, give us 78,000, and then divide by the only number that you have left in your problem, which is 156. So then I take that answer and divide by 156. Okay? This case, x is 50. Let's try it again. Okay, so looking at number 7, what is 80% of 40? So take a look at the numbers that you have. It says what next to is. So that means the x moved again. This time, you don't have an is, it's x, because it says what? 80%, remember all percents will go over top of the 100, of 40. There's your of. So if I rewrite it, it looks like x over 40 equals 80 over 100. Alright. Somehow I missed the 0 now. Accidentally erased the loops. Gotta make it the same color. Here we go. Okay. So going back to our problem over here, cross multiply and divide. You can't cross multiply this way because x is in the way. So go the other way, which means 40 times 80. I do my 40 times 80. That gives me 3,200 or 3,200, and divide by the only number that's left, 100. So divide that by the 100. My answer is 32. So in this case, x equals 32. So really it's all about plugging in the information that you have in order to make these type of questions easier. Okay? I'll go and try this one. 67 is 100% of what number? Okay? Well, without looking at my key, I know that 100 is going to go here, right? 67 is, remember, is the top number, 100%. So you know, the percents always go on top of percent. Of what? And what means x? So your x is right here. And cross multiply and divide. Cross multiply this way, because you can't multiply that way. 67 times 100, and divide by the only number that's left, which is 100. And your answer is 67. So in this case, x equals 67. Doesn't that make sense? 67 out of 67 is 100%. Okay, let's try another. Going over to number 8, right? I have 72 fractions. 100 is going to go here. What is, see that? That's x. I just didn't give you a number. 75% of 80. That equals multiply this way, which is 80 times 75, and then divide by the only number that's left, which is 100. Divide that by 100, answer is 60. So in this case, x is 60. So what is 75% of 80? 60. All right, let's try a few more of these. Like number 4. There's my setup for my key. What percent? Oh, this time I didn't give you a percent, so you put x on top of the 100. Of 60 is 12. See that? Is always on top, of is on the bottom. Cross multiply and divide again. So you have this time 12 times 100. And then take that answer and divide it by the only number you have left, which is 60. And your answer is 20. So in this case, x equals 20. All right. Let's see if there's anything else I can show you. So these are all the same type of problems. You have 94 is 80% of what? You still can set it up exactly the same way. 94 is, you know, is on top. 80%, the percent always goes on top of 100, of what? What means x. Boom. Cross multiply and divide. Okay. Same type of thing. Even when there's a percent already in it, like this one, it's still the same setup. You can still do it the same way using a calculator, right? What is? See that? There is no is, because it says what. So that's there. 25.5%. Doesn't matter if it's a decimal. Of 12. You do the same thing. Cross multiply, divide by 100 to get your answer. Okay. Trying to see if there is any other type of problem that would be like that. Let's see, all these are set up the same way. So I'm hoping that should be good. Okay, so if you have more questions or different type of questions, or like discount questions, like what's 30% off of $80 or something like that, ask me in class, and then I'll show you, and I can do another video if those are the type of problems that you need to. All right, see you in class. Bye.